was evening, the kind of twilight that turns the city gold before darkness swallows it whole. At a red light, a 10-year-old black girl stood beside a rusted bicycle, barefoot dust clinging to her small hands. She held a cardboard sign that read, "Buy my bike, sir. Mommy hasn't eaten in 2 days." Inside a sleek black car, a billionaire turned his head away. But something in that child's eyes, hunger mixed with unbroken pride, pierced straight through his chest. That night, he couldn't sleep. Who was she, and why did her face haunt him? Watch until the end. Wait a second. Tell us where you're watching from in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories like this. David Langston's world had always been perfect, or so he thought. As CEO of one of the country's largest real estate empires, he'd built towers that scraped the sky and destroyed everything below it. He believed in numbers, not people, in progress, not pain. Every morning, his chauffeur drove him through the same broken neighborhoods his company had redeveloped. He never noticed the boarded windows, the fading murals, or the people who no longer lived there. To him, it was just business, the cost of growth. That evening, returning from another million-dollar meeting, he saw her. A small girl standing in the dying sunlight, clutching an old bicycle as if it were her last treasure. Her sign trembled in the breeze. For a moment, their eyes met, and something inside him shifted, something he had buried long ago under success and pride. The next day, David tried to forget. But the image of the girl lingered, in the reflection of glass conference tables, in the silence between phone calls. He saw her every time he closed his eyes. The dust on her feet, the determination in her stare. 3 days later, he went back to the same street. Evening again, but the girl was gone. Only construction noise filled the air. Cranes, cement trucks, the sound of something being erased. A nearby vendor recognized the description. "That little one," he said. "She used to live here, Bob, before they tore it down. Her mama got sick after the eviction. They've been struggling ever since." David's chest tightened. "Where are they now?" The man pointed toward the old railway bridge. "Down there. Makeshift shelters. You can find them if you really want to." He drove there, headlights cutting through the rain. Under the bridge, shadows huddled around small fires. Then he saw her. The same girl, smaller than he remembered, trying to keep her mother warm beneath a plastic sheet. Her bicycle leaned nearby, one wheel twisted, and the chain rusted. Yet she still held it close, as if it were hope itself. David froze. For the first time in his life, numbers meant nothing. The reality of what his company had done hit him like a blade. This wasn't just poverty. It was a consequence. His consequence. The rain grew heavier, turning the ground into rivers of mud. David stepped out of his car, the storm drenching his tailored suit. The girl looked up, startled, then turned away, clutching her mother's hand. He hesitated, then walked toward her, ignoring the cold. He reached for his wallet, but his hands shook. "How do you pay back something you stole without even realizing it?" The girl stood silent, holding out her bike. Her lips didn't move, but her eyes said it all. "Please, take it. Just let Mommy eat tonight." He took the bike, pressed a wad of bills into her palm, and felt the hollowness of his gesture, because in that moment, he understood. He wasn't buying a bike. He was trying to buy forgiveness, and forgiveness cannot be bought. The next morning, the skyline looked different. The towers he once admired now resembled gravestones, monuments to lives buried beneath progress. David sold one of his penthouses and used the money to rebuild the community center his company had destroyed. He redirected his empire brick by brick to give back what he'd taken. Months later, he saw her again, the same little girl, now wearing clean clothes, her mother smiling beside her. The old bicycle had been repaired, its wheels shining in the sunlight. She didn't know who he was. And maybe that was best, because redemption isn't about being seen, it's about seeing. David walked away quietly, the evening sky turning gold once more. Sometimes, real wealth isn't what you build, it's what you restore. Which city and country are you watching from? Take care.